greatest influence for me has been my daughter. She has really brought me great joy and hope and purpose in my life, and has really helped me understand what it means to be a whole person. And I think I am most effective, both professionally and personally, when I bring everything I have to the situation or to the job. And I credit her with really helping me understand that.
My greatest influence was my mother. She was an excellent female role model. She was a high school chemistry and physics teacher in a time when women were expected to be a stay-at-home mother. So she was a wonderful role model who showed me that you can raise a loving family and have a very successful career at the same time.
In my life, the greatest influencer has been my father. My father was such an encouragement to me to think beyond gender boundaries, gender identities. He wanted me to explore all opportunities for me. And so from the earliest time, I remember being told if I could conceive of something, I could deliver that.
There was a woman at every single stage of my life, whether it be my mother or my grandmother or my aunts. In school, they were my teachers, my second grade teacher in particular, my fifth grade teacher. In law school, it was my writing professor. And it goes on and on. I mean, there has never been a time when I have not felt that I have been mentored by some woman who was just trying to make my life better and to make me see my own potential.
I've created a network of mentors through my life that have really influenced me in different ways at different times, and I make sure that I have people that I can count on and trust as far as both personal and work decisions that have an impact on my life.
My greatest influence is my brother Jim. He's a very successful businessman, and he at one point in my life gave me the set of tapes from Think and Grow Rich, How to Win Friends and Influence People. And that set of tapes changed my life.
So it wasn't until I got to college and there was a young woman professor, a PhD, and she instilled in me the love for arts and culture, writing, literature, and she was so professional. And I just admired her so much. And unfortunately, she died of breast cancer at a very early age, but I'll always remember her.
My greatest influence would be my mother. And I say that because my mother raised 2 children on her own, and she never thought that there wasn't anything that either one of us could do. So she gave me the strength to say, I can do it, and I know I believe in myself.
I must say that my greatest influence have been my parents, both of them for their work ethic, their strong sense of family.
I think probably my greatest influence was a woman that I worked for very early on in my career. She modeled for me the behavior that I had not seen before. She was very comfortable as a female leader and showed me what that looked like and allowed me to emulate her, and that was probably my greatest influence.
I would have to say my mom, both not only on a personal level in terms of just some of the things she's taught me about life and about my spiritual walk of faith, but also professionally. She's been someone who's kind of been able to see my potential a little bit sooner than I have at times in my life, and really given me the confidence and support to really just try and reach the stars.
My greatest influence has come from people who believed in me, especially those who believed in me when I didn't believe in myself. Whether it was learning how to cook, or learning how to sew, or being a CEO, or even learning how to ride a motorcycle.
My greatest influence for sure was my grandmother on my mother's side. She was first generation from Hungary. She would get up at 3 o'clock every morning, make my grandfather breakfast, and then go to their business in the rubber factory, cutting up rubber, and then she'd go home, cook, clean, take care of her family, and she had a great quality of life.
The greatest influence in my life has been my identical twin. All my life she's been with me, and we have been competitors, which I think have helped us each grow. She's also been my biggest critic, but my biggest supporter. She's been my rock. She's been there to tell me, have you thought about this when there was a roadblock? So she's been my greatest inspiration and my rock through my life.